Have you ever felt like the weight of the world was on your shoulders and giving up seemed like the easiest option? Maybe you've started something with all the enthusiasm in the world, whether it's a career goal, a fitness routine, or a personal project, and suddenly you hit a wall. You feel stuck, overwhelmed, or maybe even defeated. Trust me, you're not alone. Life has a way of throwing challenges at us when we least expect them. But here's the thing, those moments when you feel like giving up, those are the moments that shape who you are. Those are the moments when your resilience is tested and the decisions you make will either propel you forward or hold you back. What if I told you that you already have everything you need to overcome those feelings of doubt and discouragement, that deep down, the spark of motivation you're searching for is still there, waiting for you to ignite it again? Today, we're going to uncover the secrets to staying motivated, even in the face of adversity. It's not just about willpower or grit, it's about understanding how motivation works and leveraging the tools, strategies, and mental shifts that can keep you moving forward. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear blueprint to tackle the days when quitting feels like the easiest option. Together, we'll explore why motivation fluctuates, how to find your inner strength when it's hard to see it, and most importantly, how to build habits that keep you moving toward your goals even when the path gets tough. Here's what we'll cover in this video: the psychology of motivation. Why do we lose motivation, and what happens in our brains when we feel like giving up? How understanding this can help you regain your drive. Techniques to break through mental barriers. How to shift your mindset and overcome self-doubt. Proven strategies to fight procrastination and overwhelm. Real-life stories of resilience. Inspiring examples of individuals who overcame the odds and what we can learn from their journeys. Practical tools for staying consistent. Actionable steps you can take every day to maintain your motivation and build momentum toward your goals. I want you to take a moment and reflect on this. What's something in your life that you wanted to achieve but felt like giving up on? Maybe it's a dream job, a healthier lifestyle, or even a stronger relationship. Think about how much that means to you. Imagine how your life would change if you didn't give up, but instead found a way to push through and succeed. This isn't just about staying motivated, it's about unlocking the best version of yourself. Motivation isn't a constant, it's something you create. It's something you nurture. And together, we're going to learn exactly how to do that. Motivation is the driving force behind every great achievement in history. Think about it. Would Martin Luther King Jr. have made his iconic "I have a dream" speech if he had given up when things seemed impossible? Would Thomas Edison have invented the light bulb if he had stopped after his first failure or his thousandth? These individuals had moments when giving up seemed easier, but they didn't let those moments define them. And neither should you. As we go through this journey today, I want you to keep an open mind. The tools and strategies we'll discuss are not just theoretical, they're practical, proven, and ready for you to apply to your own life. Grab a notebook, take some notes, and start thinking about how you can take action. Because motivation isn't something that magically appears, it's something you cultivate step by step, decision by decision. Are you ready to take that first step toward reigniting your motivation? Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is motivation? Motivation is the internal drive or desire to take action, achieve goals, and fulfill needs. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning, pushes you to take on challenges, and inspires you to work towards something meaningful. In essence, it's the fuel that powers your journey through life. But here's the catch: motivation isn't a constant. It fluctuates like the tides. Some days, you feel unstoppable, you're brimming with energy and ready to tackle your goals. Other days, it feels like you're trudging through mud, barely able to muster the energy to move forward. Why does this happen? Well, motivation is influenced by a complex interplay of factors: our emotions, environment, goals, and even our physiology. For instance, a lack of sleep, poor diet, or excessive stress can deplete your motivation, while achieving a small victory or receiving positive feedback can give it a boost. Understanding these dynamics is the first step in regaining control over your motivation. Why we feel like giving up. Let's be honest, everyone, no matter how successful or resilient they seem, has moments when they feel like giving up. But to overcome those feelings, we need to understand their root causes. Here are the 3 most common reasons why we lose motivation and feel like throwing in the towel. 1. Overwhelm. One of the biggest motivation killers is overwhelm. Have you ever looked at a massive to-do list or a huge goal and thought, where do I even start? That's overwhelm at work. When tasks or challenges feel too big or complex, our brain goes into a sort of shutdown mode. It's not that you don't want to take action, it's that you don't know how to begin. Overwhelm can also come from trying to juggle too many responsibilities at once. Work, family, personal goals, it can all pile up, leaving you feeling stretched thin and unable to focus. The result? You start avoiding tasks altogether, which only makes the situation worse. 2. Fear of failure. Another common reason we lose motivation is fear, specifically the fear of failure. Let's face it, nobody likes to fail. It can be embarrassing, frustrating, and even painful. But here's the thing, failure is an inevitable part of growth. Every successful person you admire has failed countless times. The problem is that fear of failure can paralyze us. It can make us hesitate to take the next step or even stop us from trying in the first place. You might think, what if I mess up? Or what if I'm not good enough? These thoughts create a mental barrier that blocks your motivation and keeps you stuck in place. 3. Lack of progress. The third major reason we lose motivation is a lack of visible progress. Let's say you've been working hard on a goal. Maybe it's losing weight, starting a business, or learning a new skill, but you're not seeing the results you expected. It's discouraging, isn't it? When progress feels slow or non-existent, it's easy to start questioning whether your efforts are worth it. You might think, why am I even bothering? This is a dangerous mindset because it can lead to giving up just before you're about to break through. Remember, success often comes in waves, and progress isn't always linear. Sometimes, the greatest growth happens right after the moments of greatest struggle. The power of purpose. Now that we've explored why motivation fluctuates, let's talk about the most powerful tool you have to stay motivated: your purpose. Purpose is your why. It's the reason you're pursuing your goals in the first place. When you have a clear and compelling purpose, it becomes much easier to stay focused and keep going even when the road gets tough. Think of it like this: if you were climbing a steep mountain, the climb would feel impossible without a destination in mind. But if you knew there was a beautiful view waiting for you at the top, you'd be more likely to push through the challenges. That's the power of purpose. It gives meaning to your effort and keeps you moving forward. So, how do you find your why? Start by asking yourself a few key questions. What truly matters to me? Why did I set this goal in the first place? How will achieving this goal improve my life or the lives of others? Write down your answers and revisit them whenever you feel like giving up. Keep them in a place where you can see them daily, on your phone, your desk, or even your bathroom mirror. Your why is the anchor that will keep you grounded during the storms of life. When you know your why, the how becomes easier to tackle. Viktor Frankl. This quote beautifully sums up the importance of purpose. When your why is strong enough, the obstacles along the way become manageable. You'll find the strength to keep going because you're no longer just chasing a goal, you're pursuing something that truly matters to you. Understanding motivation isn't just about knowing why you feel the way you do, it's about using that knowledge to take action. By identifying the root causes of your struggles and reconnecting with your purpose, you can reignite your motivation and keep moving forward, no matter what challenges come your way. In the next section, we'll dive into mental shifts and strategies that will help you break through those mental barriers and stay on track. Let's take this journey one step at a time, because the fact that you're still here watching this video proves that you're capable of so much more than you think. Motivation isn't just about external factors like rewards or results. It's deeply rooted in how we think. Our mindset, the lens through which we view the world, has a profound impact on our ability to stay motivated, especially in the face of adversity. In this section, we'll explore 3 powerful mental shifts that can transform the way you approach challenges and maintain your drive: adopting a growth mindset, reframing challenges, and using visualization techniques. 1. Adopt a growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning from mistakes. This concept, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, contrasts with a fixed mindset, which assumes that our abilities are set in stone. When you have a growth mindset, failure isn't the end, it's a stepping stone. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, you see them as opportunities to learn and grow. This mental shift is critical for staying motivated because it changes the way you interpret obstacles. Why do we fear failure? Many of us fear failure because we see it as a reflection of our worth. We think, if I fail, it means I'm not good enough. But failure is not a verdict, it's feedback. It's a way for the world to tell us what's not working so we can adjust, improve, and try again. Powerful quote: failure is a stepping stone to success. Ariana Huffington. Think about this for a moment. Every successful person you admire has failed, often more times than they can count. Steve Jobs was fired from the very company he founded. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television, and Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Their failures didn't define them, their ability to learn and grow did. Practical tips for adopting a growth mindset: celebrate effort, not just results. Instead of focusing solely on outcomes, celebrate the effort you put into a task. Did you push through despite feeling unmotivated? Did you try something new, even if it didn't work out? Acknowledge those victories because they are signs of growth. Replace I can't with I can't yet. The word yet is powerful. It turns a statement of limitation into a statement of potential. I can't do this becomes I can't do this yet, opening the door for improvement. Seek feedback. Don't shy away from constructive criticism. Feedback isn't a judgment, it's a tool for growth. Use it to refine your skills and strategies. Reflect on failures. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Write down the lessons and use them to inform your next steps. 2. Reframe challenges. The way you see obstacles matters. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, but how you view them makes all the difference. Do you see obstacles as roadblocks or as stepping stones? By reframing challenges, you can turn them into opportunities for growth and transformation. Example, let's take Thomas Edison, for example. When asked about the thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, he famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Edison didn't see failure as a dead end, he saw it as part of the process. Powerful quote, every great achievement was born out of struggle. This quote reminds us that the path to success is rarely smooth. Behind every triumph is a story of perseverance, grit, and resilience. When you encounter a challenge, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I grow from this experience? By shifting your perspective, you turn difficulties into opportunities. Practical tips for reframing challenges. Focus on what you can control. When faced with a challenge, don't waste energy worrying about things beyond your control. Instead, focus on what you can do to improve the situation. Break challenges into smaller steps. Big obstacles can feel overwhelming. Break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. Each step you complete builds momentum and confidence. Use affirmations. Positive affirmations can help you reframe your mindset. For example, instead of saying, this is too hard, say, this is a chance to grow stronger. 3. Visualization techniques. The science of visualization. Visualization is a mental rehearsal technique where you vividly imagine achieving your goals. It's not just a feel-good exercise, science backs it up. Studies have shown that visualization activates the same neural pathways in your brain as actually performing the test. This primes your mind for success and builds confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. How to use visualization. Imagine your goal in as much detail as possible. Close your eyes and picture yourself succeeding. What does it look like? What does it feel like? The more vivid the image, the more powerful the impact. Guided visualization exercise. Let's try a simple visualization exercise together. Take a deep breath and close your eyes, unless you're driving or in a situation where you need to stay alert. Imagine your goal. Picture a specific goal you want to achieve. It could be completing a project, running a marathon, or starting a business. Visualize success. See yourself achieving this goal. Imagine crossing the finish line, receiving that promotion, or holding that finished product in your hands. Engage your senses. What do you see, hear, feel? Maybe it's the cheers of a crowd, the weight of a trophy in your hand, or the pride in your heart. Make the experience as real as possible. Focus on the journey. Visualize yourself taking the steps to reach that goal. Imagine working hard, overcoming obstacles, and staying consistent. Feel the emotion. Allow yourself to feel the joy, pride, and satisfaction that comes with achieving your goal. Let that emotion sink in. It's a powerful motivator. The power of visualization. Visualization helps bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It creates a sense of inevitability, like your goal is already within reach. The more you practice it, the more your mind and body will align to make that vision a reality. Adopting a growth mindset, reframing challenges, and using visualization techniques aren't just abstract concepts, they are tools you can use every single day to stay motivated. They help you see setbacks as setups for success and obstacles as opportunities to grow. When you combine these mental shifts, you create a powerful framework for resilience. Remember, success starts in the mind. The way you think shapes the way you act, and the way you act shapes the results you achieve. So, take control of your mindset, and the rest will follow. Ready to dive into the next section? Let me know if you'd like to continue or add more. Staying motivated is an ongoing challenge, especially when life gets tough or the journey toward your goal feels endless. But here's the good news. Motivation isn't something you either have or don't have. It's a skill you can cultivate and reignite when the flame starts to dim. This section explores practical strategies you can use to rekindle your motivation and keep it burning strong. 1. Break tasks into smaller steps. The problem with big goals, big, audacious goals can be inspiring, but they can also feel overwhelming. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain, looking up at the summit. The sheer magnitude of the climb might make you want to quit before you even start. That's why breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps is so important. The power of micro goals. When you divide a large task into bite-sized pieces, each step feels achievable. And with each small victory, you gain momentum, confidence, and clarity. Example, let's say your goal is to write a book. Instead of focusing on completing the entire manuscript, break it down. Write an outline. Draft one chapter. Edit that chapter. By focusing on one step at a time, you reduce overwhelm and make steady progress. Actionable tip. Start each day by identifying one small step you can take toward your goal. Accomplish it, celebrate it, and then move on to the next step. 2. Celebrate small wins. The psychology of small wins. Our brains are wired to crave rewards. Each time you achieve a small milestone, your brain releases dopamine, a chemical that makes you feel good and motivates you to keep going. Celebrating small wins creates a positive feedback loop that reinforces your efforts. Why do we often skip celebrating? Many people downplay their progress, thinking it's not a big deal, or I'll celebrate when I reach the final goal. But waiting for the big win can lead to burnout. Recognizing and celebrating small wins keeps your energy and enthusiasm high. Example, imagine you're training for a marathon. Instead of waiting to celebrate until race day, acknowledge milestones like completing your first 5K, running your longest distance, or improving your pace. Each celebration fuels your motivation to keep training. How to celebrate small wins. Create a ritual. Treat yourself to something small, a coffee, a favorite meal, or an extra hour of relaxation. Document your progress. Keep a journal or tracker where you record every milestone. Looking back at your achievements can be incredibly motivating. Share your wins. Tell a friend or post about it on social media. Sharing your progress can boost your confidence and inspire others. 3. Accountability and support. Why accountability matters. Motivation thrives in connection. When you're accountable to someone else, you're more likely to follow through because you don't want to let them down. Support systems, whether they're mentors, friends, or groups, also provide encouragement, advice, and perspective when you're feeling stuck. Find your support system. Mentors. Seek out someone who has achieved what you're aiming for. Their guidance and experience can be invaluable. Accountability partners. Team up with a friend or colleague who shares similar goals. Check in regularly to discuss progress and challenges. Support groups. Join a community online or offline that aligns with your goals. Whether it's a fitness class, a writer's group, or a professional network, being around like-minded individuals can boost your motivation. Example, consider someone trying to lose weight. Having a workout buddy or joining a fitness group makes them more likely to show up, stay consistent, and push through tough days. 4. Focus on progress, not perfection. The perils of perfectionism. Perfectionism can be a silent motivation killer. When you're obsessed with doing everything perfectly, you set impossible standards for yourself. Inevitably, you fall short, which leads to frustration, self-doubt, and a loss of motivation. Shift your focus to progress. Remember, progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Celebrate the effort you're putting in, even if the results aren't perfect. Every step forward brings you closer to your goal. Practical tip. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do today that moved me forward? Focus on those wins rather than what did go perfectly. Example, imagine you're learning a new language. Instead of aiming for fluency immediately, acknowledge small victories like mastering 10 new words or successfully ordering food in that language. 5. Set a daily routine. The role of structure and motivation. Motivation thrives on consistency. When you establish a daily routine, you remove the guesswork and create habits that keep you on track. A routine provides structure, reduces decision fatigue, and builds momentum. How to build a motivating routine. Morning rituals. Start your day with habits that set a positive tone. Examples include affirmations, journaling, meditation, or a quick workout. Work blocks. Dedicate specific times for focused work on your goals. Use tools like time blocking or the Pomodoro technique to stay productive. Evening reflection. End your day by reviewing your progress and planning for tomorrow. Example, consider someone training for a triathlon. Their daily routine might include a morning swim, a lunchtime run, and an evening bike ride. By sticking to this structure, they make consistent progress without relying solely on fleeting motivation. 6. Take action despite emotions. The myth of waiting for motivation. Many people believe they need to feel motivated before taking action. But the truth is, motivation often follows action, not the other way around. When you start doing something, even if you don't feel like it, you create momentum that fuels motivation. Powerful quote, don't wait to feel motivated, act, and motivation will follow. Example, think about a time when you didn't feel like exercising but decided to go for a short walk anyway. Once you started moving, you probably felt better and ended up doing more than you expected. Action generates energy, which generates motivation. Actionable tips. Start small. Commit to just 5 minutes of action. Often, that's enough to get the ball rolling. Focus on the process. Don't overthink the outcome. Concentrate on the task at hand and let the results take care of themselves. Use a trigger. Create a habit loop by pairing your action with a trigger. For example, after brushing your teeth, spend 5 minutes journaling or planning your day. Reigniting motivation isn't about waiting for inspiration to strike. It's about taking control of your mindset, environment, and habits. By breaking tasks into smaller steps, celebrating small wins, building a support system, focusing on progress, establishing a routine, and taking action despite your emotions, you can create a sustainable source of motivation that carries you through any challenge. Remember, motivation is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. So start today, take one small step, celebrate it, and watch your motivation grow. Let me know if you'd like to expand on this or move on to the next section. Nothing inspires us more than real stories of resilience, stories of individuals who, despite overwhelming odds, refuse to give up and achieve greatness. These examples remind us that struggle and setbacks are universal, but so is the ability to overcome them. Let's explore some powerful stories and draw lessons that can help you navigate your challenges. 5. Real-life stories of resilience. 10 minutes. Nothing inspires us more than real stories of resilience, stories of individuals who, despite overwhelming odds, refuse to give up and achieve greatness. These examples remind us that struggle and setbacks are universal, but so is the ability to overcome them. Let's explore some powerful stories and draw lessons that can help you navigate your challenges. 1. Oprah Winfrey turning pain into power. The challenge. Oprah Winfrey's journey to becoming a global icon was far from easy. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, Oprah faced unimaginable hardships. She endured abuse during her childhood and dealt with the stigma of being a young Black woman in a society that marginalized her. The turning point. Despite her early struggles, Oprah discovered a passion for public speaking and storytelling. She saw every obstacle as a stepping stone to her future. Even when she was fired from her first television job for being unfit for TV, she didn't let that stop her. The success. Oprah's persistence paid off. She became the host of the Oprah Winfrey Show, which ran for 25 years and reached millions of viewers worldwide. Today, she's not just a media mogul, but also a philanthropist and an inspiration to countless people. The lesson. Oprah's story teaches us the power of resilience. No matter where you start, your past does not define your future. Every setback is an opportunity to rise higher. Takeaway quote. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Oprah Winfrey. 2. Thomas Edison, the master of persistence. The challenge. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history, faced countless failures on his journey to success. His most famous invention, the light bulb, wasn't an overnight success. In fact, Edison reportedly failed over 1,000 times while trying to perfect it. The turning point. When asked about his failures, Edison didn't view them as setbacks. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset allowed him to keep going despite the frustration and doubt. The success. Edison's persistence eventually paid off. The invention of the light bulb revolutionized the world and cemented his legacy as one of the greatest inventors of all time. The lesson. Edison's story highlights the importance of perseverance. Success isn't about never failing, it's about never giving up. Takeaway quote. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Thomas Edison. 3. J.K. Rowling writing through rejection. The challenge. Before J.K. Rowling became a household name with the Harry Potter series, she faced tremendous challenges. She was a single mother, struggling to make ends meet, and battling depression. Adding to her struggles, her manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishers. The turning point. Despite the rejections, Rowling believed in her story. She kept submitting her manuscript until Bloomsbury Publishing finally gave her a chance. Even then, she was advised to get a day job because her book was unlikely to succeed. The success. The Harry Potter series went on to sell over 500 million copies worldwide, making Rowling one of the most successful authors in history. Her story has inspired generations of readers and writers alike. The lesson. Rowling's journey teaches us that rejection is not the end, it's part of the process. If you believe in your dream, keep pursuing it, no matter how many doors close in your face. Takeaway quote. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case, you failed by default. J.K. Rowling. 4. Nick Vujicic, living without limits. The challenge. Nick Vujicic was born without arms and legs, a condition called tetraamelia syndrome. Growing up, he faced bullying, self-doubt, and despair. At one point, he even contemplated giving up on life entirely. The turning point, Nick realized that his life had value, even if it didn't look like everyone else's. He began focusing on what he could do rather than what he couldn't. He discovered his purpose in inspiring others to overcome their challenges. The success. Today, Nick is a world-renowned motivational speaker and author. He has traveled to over 70 countries, inspiring millions with his story of resilience and self-acceptance. He's also a devoted husband and father. The lesson. Nick's story reminds us that our circumstances don't define us, our mindset does. No matter what challenges you face, there's always a way to move forward. Takeaway quote. If you can't get a miracle, become one. Nick Vujicic. 5. Nelson Mandela. Resilience in the face of injustice. The challenge. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid in South Africa. Imagine the toll that such a long incarceration could take physically, emotionally, and mentally. The turning point. Mandela didn't let bitterness or despair consume him. Instead, he used his time in prison to educate himself, strengthen his resolve, and envision a better future for his country. The success. After his release, Mandela became South Africa's first black president and a global symbol of peace and reconciliation. His leadership helped end apartheid and unite a divided nation. The lesson. Mandela's story shows the power of hope and resilience. Even in the darkest of times, he held on to his vision and worked toward it, one day at a time. Takeaway quote. I never lose. I either win or learn. Nelson Mandela. How these stories relate to your struggles. These stories may feature extraordinary individuals, but their lessons apply to all of us. Oprah reminds us to turn pain into purpose. Edison shows us that failure is a stepping stone. Rowling teaches us to persist through rejection. Nick Vujicic inspires us to overcome limitations. Mandela proves that hope and patience can lead to greatness. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember these stories. They're proof that resilience, perseverance, and a strong mindset can help you achieve the impossible. You don't need to be extraordinary to overcome adversity. You just need the determination to keep going. Like these individuals, your struggles can become the foundation of your greatest success. Consistency is the secret sauce to long-term success. Even the most motivated people experience dips in energy and enthusiasm, but tools and techniques can help you stay on track even when things feel tough. Let's explore practical methods to keep you consistent in your efforts. 1. The Pomodoro technique, harnessing the power of focus. One of the biggest challenges to staying consistent is maintaining focus. The Pomodoro technique is a simple yet highly effective time management tool that can help you break down tasks into manageable chunks. How it works: set a timer for 25 minutes, choose a task and focus on it exclusively for 25 minutes. This focused effort eliminates distractions and creates a sense of urgency. Take a 5-minute break, step away from your work to refresh your mind. Stretch, hydrate, or simply breathe deeply. Repeat the cycle. After completing 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15-30 minutes. Why it works: eliminates overwhelm. Breaking tasks into timed intervals makes even large projects feel manageable. Boosts productivity. Short bursts of focus prevent burnout and help you get more done in less time. Builds momentum. Starting is often the hardest part. The Pomodoro technique creates small wins that keep you motivated. Pro tip: use apps like Tomato Timer or Focus Booster to implement this technique seamlessly. 2. Affirmations and visualization practices, shaping a positive mindset. Consistency begins with belief in your ability to succeed and your worthiness of achieving your goals. Affirmations and visualization are powerful tools to reinforce this belief. Affirmations. Positive affirmations are statements that align your thoughts with your goals. They counter negative self-talk and help you build confidence. Examples of affirmations: I'm capable of achieving great things. I'm disciplined and consistent in my efforts. I will overcome any challenge that comes my way. How to use affirmations: write them down and place them where you'll see them daily, on your mirror, desk, or phone wallpaper. Repeat them out loud every morning and night. Speaking them with conviction amplifies their impact. Visualization. Visualization is the practice of mentally picturing your goals as already achieved. It primes your brain for success and keeps your motivation alive. Steps to visualize effectively. Find a quiet space, sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Imagine success in detail. Picture yourself accomplishing your goals. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, feel, and even smell? If your goal is to run a marathon, visualize crossing the finish line, hearing the crowd cheer, and feeling the metal around your neck. Feel the emotions. Let the joy, pride, and satisfaction of success fill your mind and body. Why it works. Visualizing success activates the same neural pathways as actual success, making it feel achievable. It keeps your goals front and center, reinforcing your commitment to them. 3. Daily reflection, journaling for progress and gratitude. Consistency thrives when you measure your progress and acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small. Journaling is an excellent way to do this. Journaling for progress, reflecting on your daily actions allows you to identify what's working and where you can improve. Questions to ask yourself. What did I accomplish today? What challenges did I face? And how did I handle them? What can I do differently tomorrow to stay consistent? Gratitude journaling. Focusing on gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you of the positive aspects of your journey, even during tough times. How to practice gratitude journaling. Each evening, write down 5 things you're grateful for. Example, I'm grateful for the energy I had to complete my tasks today. Reflect on why these things matter to you. Why it works. Gratitude fosters resilience by reminding you of the progress you've already made. It boosts your emotional well-being, which directly impacts your consistency. 4. Set a routine. Create a framework for success. A structured routine reduces decision fatigue and builds habits that lead to long-term consistency. Steps to create a consistent routine. Start your day with intent. Morning affirmations or meditation set a positive tone for the day. Example, spend 5 minutes visualizing your goals or repeating affirmations. Prioritize your tasks. Use a to-do list to focus on high-impact activities. Applying the Eat the Frog technique, tackle your most challenging task first. End your day with reflection. Spend 10 minutes journaling about your day and planning for tomorrow. Review your affirmations before bed to reinforce positivity. Pro tip, stick to the same wake-up and bedtime schedule, even on weekends. Consistency in your routine builds discipline. 5. Take action despite emotions. Momentum is key. One of the biggest misconceptions is that you need to feel motivated to act. The truth is, action often precedes motivation. Why this works. Overcoming resistance, starting a task, even if you don't feel like it, reduces the mental barriers to continuing it. Creating momentum, small actions build momentum, making it easier to stay consistent. Examples of taking action. If you don't feel like exercising, commit to just 5 minutes. Often, you'll end up doing more. If you're stuck on a project, write a single sentence or solve one small problem. Mantra. Don't wait to feel motivated. Take action, and motivation will follow. 6. Use technology as an ally. Leverage tools and apps to support your consistency. Habit trackers, apps like Habitico or Streaks gamify your goals and help you stay accountable. Time management tools, tools like Trello or Asana keep your tasks organized and manageable. Consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. By applying these tools and techniques, you can navigate the highs and lows of your journey while staying focused on your goals. Success isn't built on occasional bursts of effort, but on consistent, daily actions. Equip yourself with the right tools, and you'll find that staying consistent becomes second nature. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to recap what we've covered today. Staying motivated, especially when you feel like giving up, is not just about sheer willpower. It's about strategy, mindset, and consistent action. Here are the key takeaways. Understand your motivation, recognize why motivation fluctuates, and address the underlying causes, like fear of failure or lack of progress. Shift your mindset, adopt a growth mindset, reframe challenges, and use visualization to keep your eyes on the prize. Reignite your drive with strategies, break down big tasks into smaller steps, celebrate small wins, and focus on progress over perfection. Learn from stories of resilience, draw inspiration from real-life examples of people who overcame incredible odds to achieve their dreams. Use tools and techniques for consistency, implement the Pomodoro technique, practice affirmations, journal daily, and establish a routine to maintain momentum. Take action, regardless of how you feel. Remember, action fuels motivation, not the other way around. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Empowering statement. Now, let me leave you with this thought. The moment you feel like giving up is the moment success is just around the corner. Keep pushing because you're closer than you think. It's in those moments of doubt and struggle that your character is forged. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. The key is not to stop. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep putting in the work. Success doesn't come to those who quit. It comes to those who persist. Remember, you are stronger than your excuses, and you are capable of more than you realize. Whichever mountain you're climbing right now, know that the summit is within reach. Now it's your turn to take action. Don't just watch this video, engage with it. Comment below, Share your story of resilience. What's the biggest challenge you've overcome and how did you push through it? Your story can inspire someone else to keep going. Like this video. If you found these strategies helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It helps us reach more people who might need this message today. Subscribe for more content like this. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's continue this journey together. Share. Know someone who's struggling right now. Share this video with them. You never know how much they might need this encouragement. You've got everything you need to succeed. The tools, the mindset, and the motivation are all within you. All that's left is for you to take the next step. Don't let today pass without taking action toward your goals. Success isn't for the faint of heart, it's for the persistent, the bold, and the ones who refuse to quit. That's you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Now go out there and show the world what you're made of. You've got this.